Hey, good morning, first graders. So, thinking today again about how we can use our five senses to create a mental image. You're going to listen to me read a story today, and as I am reading that story, I want you to think and visualize, create that mental image of the story. And remember, we're doing this to deepen our understanding of what's going on, to maybe make connections. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? What can you visualize from what you are listening to? So here we go. All right, so today's book, the book that we are going to read today is Elena and Louisa Switch Houses. It's written by Anna Gallion and it's illustrated by Viviana Garolfi. So thinking about creating that mental image. Elena and Louisa switch houses. So right now, pause and think. What do you think this is going to look like? Elena and Louisa are cousins. Elena lives in the city and Louisa lives in the country. One day they decided to do something fun. Let's switch houses one weekend, says Elena. What a good idea, says Louisa. So I'm going to pause and think. I'm thinking about and creating a mental image in my head. And I'm thinking about what I'm seeing here, but also about what the story is telling me. And the story is telling me that Elena, right here, lives in the city, and Louisa lives in the country, which are two completely different spots. And they're thinking about switching houses. Wow. And what will happen when they switch houses? Think about that. What's going to happen when they switch houses? Louisa goes to the city. The buildings are very tall there. The city streets are wide. And Elena goes to the country. The houses are small, and you can hear the birds singing. Louisa sees water going into the drains. She hears a loud fire truck. And Elena crosses a wooden bridge. She looks at the water in the river. There's a bird nearby. Louisa visits a museum. She can't touch anything there. And Elena visits a farm. She can touch the animals. As I'm looking at these pictures, I'm going to look at these characters too. Look at their faces. What are they feeling here? Louisa eats dinner with her Uncle Louis. They have Chinese food. And Elena eats dinner with her Aunt Maria. They have vegetables from the garden. Louisa goes to sleep. She dreams of the country and the animals, and Elena goes to sleep and she dreams of the city streets. Louisa calls Elena. Are you ready to come home? She asks. Yes, says Elena. It's been a fun weekend. Elena returns to the city and Louisa returns to the country. Both of them are happy to be home. So think about, what is it that you are thinking? What is it that you are thinking? What are those mental images that you are creating in your head about this story about Louisa and Elena switching houses? So now you're going to go to the next page and you're going to draw your pictures of what it is that you are thinking.